So back from a long week in the Midwest, going out to the Ozarks for the first time was more beautiful than I ever thought it was going to be. With that said, I'd like to thank Tennessee Vols superfan and president of the Mortgage Bankers Association of St. Louis, John Blair, and First Integrity Mortgage Services CEO, great karaoke singer, and even better friend Joe the Real Bear, spelled B-A-Y-E-R, for being such a great host in St. Louis. By the way, if you're a mortgage lender and you have some downtime in St. Louis, you should reach out to Joe Bear. He's a great guy. They're a great company. So once again, guys, thank you so much. Now, on with the show. Greg Schwartz, the president of Media and Marketplace, remember that, and a 12-year veteran of Zillow, is leaving the real estate tech giant at the end of the year. The Seattle-based company confirmed to Inman on Monday. Now, Zillow's going to shuffle oversight of the company's segments amongst its current leadership with no plans to replace Schwartz's role. Now, I wonder why that is. Well, actually, I don't wonder at all. It's because they no longer have a need for someone spearheading the media and marketplace. Media and marketplace. Because that role is to get money from realtors by selling off leads. Now, I want you to remember, he's the head of Zillow's media and marketplace.
And I know that I and the bearded men of real estate were just talking about this last week, but we want to dive into this just a little bit deeper here today. So remember, current Zillow CEO Richard Barton just said, "We're not the same company. We're now Zillow 2.0. And Zillow 2.0 means Zillow now views itself as a real estate company. You think we're wrong or projecting or at minimum can't prove it? I mean, they're losing their media and marketplace president with no intention of replacing him. Well, let's get moving to proving this. Oh, and lenders, remember, Zillow is also a mortgage company. So if they're a real estate company, that means they're going to have the biggest in-house lender in the country. But an in-house lender that can and will go consumer direct, which will take deals out of your pocket. But back to proving our point.
This was just from a couple of days ago, and I bet most of you missed it. Look at what ex-CEO of Zillow, Spencer Rascoff, said on his Facebook timeline. Guys, just like a week ago. Now, we don't have to pull a Schiff and change his words to prove our point. No, this is exactly what ex-CEO of Zillow, Spencer Rascoff, just posted on his Facebook timeline just last week, word for word.
And so just let me give you a little backdrop here. Rascoff is teaching a class at Harvard University, and this is a post about what one of his classes is going to be about. So here we go. The case focused on the ways in which Zillow was disruptive to the real estate industry and the ways in which it was accommodating. Some companies, such as Uber, charge the castle gates of their industry. Some companies like Uber charge the castle gates of their industry. Other companies like Spotify and Zillow are generally accommodative to that industry, amass large user bases, and then test the limits of their power by pushing boundaries.
Okay, he said Zillow was designed to be accommodative to their industry. That would be real estate agents. Check. Amass a large user base. That's what he just said, which they did off the backs of all the listings of real estate agents. Check. And here's the big one. Test the limits of their power by pushing boundaries. Test the limits of their power after they got that list by pushing boundaries. Let's think about this. So the goal then is to push the boundaries of the agents who they accommodated. So what might those boundaries Zillow is looking at pushing? Again, here's right out of the horse's mouth. No need to embellish. What did ex-CEO of Zillow have to say about pushing boundaries? Frank?
Class 4 was also about Zillow and discussed one of those boundaries. Zillow's move into being an iBuyer, in which Zillow buys homes from homeowners, readies them for resale, and quickly sells the homes to another buyer. Zillow's move into iBuying is as challenging, exciting, ambitious, and risky as Disney's move into direct-to-consumer streaming. It also introduces significant challenges as company moves from being solely a digital media, remember, Brian was talking about media, business, which sells advertising, towards being a real estate company.
No more of that media, no more selling stuff to real estate agents. The boundaries they're pushing are to become a real estate company. So if you're a realtor and you ever paid money to Zillow, do you feel like a sucker right now? But hey, he said he loves me, man. No. Do you feel like a sucker? So Greg Schwartz is stepping down from his role as, what did they call it? Yes, media and marketing. And what boundaries did Spencer say Zillow is pushing? Moving from media to becoming a real estate company. company.
All on display for everyone to see and understand. Why? Because Zillow no longer believes the real estate community can do anything about it.
So realtors, hell, even lenders, you need to understand, Zillow is an enemy combatant to you. They're charging more than anybody. They are harming your communities through their new business model, that 2.0. And if you don't do anything about it, they're going to do to our economy the same thing the subprime debacle did 10 years ago. And that's to bring the global economy to its knees.
And so for our realtors out there, the solution is to simply just be better. Become a community advocate. Because when someone sells their home to an iBuying company, rather than working with a local real estate agent, iBuyers take those commissions out of your community and your local economy. iBuyers, they charge more. And you know, that's because they have a legal obligation to their shareholders, not to your sellers.
See yourself as a community advocate, not as a real estate agent, because you're the last line of defense between these insidious iBuying companies and what they fully intend to do, and they're currently exceeding at. Now, you also need to keep it local with your loans as well. Go find that loan officer who's working for a smaller mom and pop. You know, somebody who you know. Work with them, not a puppy mill mortgage company, one of your smaller lenders, because when you do this and market together, you don't leave enough oxygen on the table for these companies to exceed. And I'm telling you, we've seen it in different states and different cities around the country, and it's growing.
Yeah, and this is where like these other iBuying companies and these big corporate cloud giants really just can't compete. When a local real estate agent and a local lender work locally together in their local community, you know, having face-to-face conversations with people, engaging people directly, they can't compete there, and that's where you're going to win. That's your ticket out of this thing. So, hey guys, do us a favor, leave us your comments down below. Do us a favor, click that Facebook button down there, share this, start a conversation. That would be great. Forward, share, and subscribe for free in your upper right-hand corner if you're meeting us for the first time. We'll catch you guys later here at the National Real Estate Post.
Bye.
Bye.